But at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Now on NBC Palm Springs at 11. Residents and city leaders celebrate Cathedral City's 100th birthday. Details on the celebration ahead. Plus, California Highway Patrol's Labor Day weekend enforcement campaign is well underway. Details on who officers are cracking down on ahead. NBC Palm Springs at 11 starts right now.
Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tiani Jadaling. Today, the city of Cathedral City celebrated their 100th birthday. That's tonight's top story. To celebrate, the city took a stroll down memory lane by watching the 1963 film Palm Springs Weekend. The event bridged the gap between the early geographic documentation with today's vibrant present-day community.
We had a wonderful turnout, which I think shows how much the community wants to come together and celebrate our shared history. The film was really a celebration of the last 100 years here in the Coachella Valley. Cathedral City, because it was established in the 80s, sometimes people think we have a shorter history, but the Cahuilla people were here for thousands of years, since time immemorial, and then this city was first populated by artists and gangsters and nightclub owners and gamblers. It was a really cool early history.
All were open to attend and celebrate both the history and present-day Cathedral City. In more local news, California Highway Patrol's Labor Day weekend enforcement campaign is well underway. Officers are cracking down on impaired drivers. It started at 6 p.m. Friday evening and will run until Tuesday at midnight. All available officers from the Beaumont, Blythe, Indio, Riverside, and Temecula stations will deploy for targeted crackdowns. And we're taking a live look now from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs. Look how busy it is at that corner right there, right in front of the casino. It is a Labor Day 3-day weekend, so no surprise, a lot of people are in town enjoying the Coachella Valley. Kai Beach is standing by with a look at your weekend forecast.
Well, happy Saturday, everyone. We're off to a great start for this holiday weekend. Hot and dry conditions under sunny skies this weekend. Now, a lot of people heading to the coast, and if you do go to the coast, be careful. There is some elevated surf and strong rip currents. We could see waves up to 7 feet. The biggest waves on the biggest day, that's going to be on Monday. Raining on and off the last few days, nothing to show on the radar right now or in the future. When it comes to air quality here in the Coachella Valley, we're looking at moderate. Parts of the IE are deemed unhealthy for sensitive groups. High temperatures for today. Palm Desert saw 113, Joshua Tree 98, Banning 101 degrees, and Big Bear getting warm as well, 77 degrees. The wind gusts right now pretty consistent for this time of year. We're looking at 8 miles an hour. Palm Springs International Airport, Whitewater 13 miles an hour. High temp today. A lot of people leaving the valley. Denver, Dallas, Atlanta, all seeing some scattered storms, some showers out there. We're looking high 70s to mid 80s. Minneapolis 77, and Seattle 71 degrees. Tonight's evening stroll, it's a nice one. 6 o'clock, we're seeing 106 degrees. By 10 o'clock, finally under triple digits, and at midnight, 93 degrees. Low temps for tonight, Palm Springs, Palm Desert, both 83 degrees. Our friends up in 29 Palms, we're looking at low 80s. For Sunday, it's going to be hot and drier. Low pressure system to the west of us. Not going to really feel that. What we will feel is a building high pressure system over the next few days. 3-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Peak heat Sunday, 112. Those temperatures do start to drop. Overnight lows, mid-80s. Full forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Kai, for those weather updates. Turning to some more local news here. Looking for a workout that won't break the bank? Orange Theory in Palm Desert is rolling out budget-friendly classes with big results. Here's a special segment from the digital exclusive section of our website with Kai, the deal guy.
Can we get just 1% At Orange Theory Fitness in Palm Desert, you're getting much more than a workout.
3, 2, 1, all out effort team.
You're getting a deal that can improve your life.
We have community classes here at Orange Theory that incorporate the tread, the rower, free weights. You're gonna leave here feeling good after just 1 hour.
Coach Olivia says their new community fitness classes are budget-friendly and deliver a full-body burn.
We have community classes in the evenings at 6:45 Mondays and Wednesdays and 4:15 on Fridays, and then every 5 a.m. class. It's a $15 drop-in.
Morning or night, these sessions pack in cardio, strength, and endurance at a fraction of the usual price. Members say the price and payoff are tough to beat.
They just hype you up a lot, and I think it's a great community here.
You get the biggest bang for your buck, best workout. It's my favorite place. You get to do cardio, you get to do strength, you get to leave it all in there for 60 minutes, and you're good to go for the week.
I'm an old guy, and it makes me feel young.
Multiple studies show staying active not only boosts your health, it can also keep you out of the hospital, saving you money in the long run, making fitness the rare investment that grows both your health and your wealth.
When it comes to fitness, you can't put a price tag on your health. We'd love to have you stop by and check out this deal. We love it here at Orange Theory, and we know you will too.
A new community marketplace is open for business in Indio. I spoke with those behind the project and learned more about the place to be. Jewelry, churros, and even a place to purchase Swedish electronics. Those are just a few of the businesses that take up space in downtown Indio's newest project, The Place. Nicole Massoth, the co-owner of the project, says this is a part of the revitalization of downtown Indio.
The intention is to, first and foremost, contribute to development versus displacement. As Indio has more and more resources, it's giving back to the community.
The Place, also known as a place to be, houses over 100 different brands. Through this, many locally owned business owners like Sarai Gutierrez get a more permanent location to sell their items.
When I was presented the business structure of this, I thought it was a great idea. I kind of already had something in mind where I was like, I want to be part of something like that. When this whole idea was presented to me, I thought, wow, I need to be a part of it.
Gutierrez started her brand online. She tells me this opportunity helps her business grow just like downtown Indio is. And that's the same case for Samael Orozco, a sales associate bringing a bit of Sweden to the Coachella Valley.
You get a group, basically a company that focuses in creativity and making sure that you express yourself through their gear.
Nicole Massoth, the co-owner, says it's not necessarily about buying products, but about connecting and growing the community. And those that stop by to check out the spot tell me they felt that connection.
I thought it was great.
It's exciting.
It's really interesting to see things that are being created by younger people in the East Valley. I think of the East Valley as being somewhat dead or dormant, and they're really working on it.
Tiani Jadling, NBC Palm Springs. In news around the region, a car chase that ended in Malibu left 3 children injured Friday. It started when a man allegedly stole a vehicle in East Los Angeles. There were 3 children in the car, one of which was a baby. Police pursued the vehicle and the California Highway Patrol took over the chase. The driver eventually crashed in Malibu while going 65 miles per hour and fled the scene on foot. The conditions of the children are not known, but they were conscious and breathing after the collision. State police detained a person shortly after the crash. They have not confirmed if it was a suspected driver. Still ahead here on NBC Palm Springs, Taylor Fresh Foods is recalling one of its salad kits due to the potential of undeclared ingredients. We'll tell you which kit exactly ahead. Plus, Denzel Washington might be a movie star, but that doesn't mean he watches any films. More on what the well-known actor said in a recent interview ahead. You're watching NBC Palm Springs. We're back right after the break.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
night after night, discovered the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Welcome back. A stolen car in Massachusetts nearly derailed the wedding plans for a couple this weekend. Kimberly Bookman has more on the vehicle recovery and the precious items taken during the theft.
With their wedding scheduled for Saturday in Vermont, Julia Pallas and Colin Tully put everything in their car Thursday morning to get a jump start on the setup.
It was like packed to the brim, like boxes, drinks, signs, decorations.
Just after the groom-to-be placed the wedding gown in, he left the car running and went to grab his future wife.
And what could have only been about a minute and a half tops between going back inside to tell her that the car was loaded up, ready to go, and then walking outside to not having a car there anymore.
Right here on this Jamaica Plain street, police say a man stole the car with everything inside, including that wedding dress, and took off.
I'm sure maybe inside she was a little angry, but she was a rock star.
27-year-old Julia, well practiced at wedding planning, began plotting what to do next.
I was thinking of all the things that were in the car, and I was like, oh, my wallet, like I should turn off like my cards. And then I thought, oh, my laptop is in there, like such a bummer. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I can track my laptop.
The couple was able to lead police to the car as it entered Bridgewater, passing a police officer on a detail.
She acted quickly and got in her personal vehicle and tracked the car until the Bridgewater police cruisers could eventually catch up to her. She was giving them live reports.
After a chase, police stopped the car, arrested the driver, and recovered all the wedding goods inside.
Honestly, that officer who was doing the detail, we owe her our whole wedding, honestly. Like,
yeah,
she's the MVP. We're thanking all of our lucky stars for her.
The two stuck together and managed to weather this storm, a good indication that they'll manage to get through whatever marriage throws their way.
Absolutely.
Even more confident after going through this than we were before that we're making the right choice.
Protesters gathered in Fort Lauderdale today to voice their opposition to the state's order to remove rainbow-colored crosswalks and other street art throughout the state. Organizers called today's rally, "We Will Not Be Erased." Most of the painted crosswalks celebrate the LGBTQ and Black communities, but a Back the Blue mural near Tampa's police headquarters is also set to be erased. If the painted crosswalks are not removed, Florida's cities risk losing millions of dollars in funding. Back in July, U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy gave governors 60 days to improve road safety by getting rid of distractions. Duffy says roads are for safety, not political messages or artwork. In consumer news, you may want to check your refrigerator. Taylor Fresh Foods is recalling one of its salad kits due to the potential of undeclared ingredients. The recall is just for the Taylor Farms Honey Balsamic Salad Kit. The company says the salad's dressing in the kit is actually the Asian sesame ginger dressing and not the honey balsamic vinaigrette dressing. As a result, the dressing may include sesame and soy, which are two major allergens. The kits were sold in 25 different states. The best if used by date is up to and including September the 4th. The company says they have not received any reports of any illnesses in connection to the product. Consumers should throw away the kit and get a refund at the store they purchased it from. And the Palm Springs International Airport is installing 80 new electric vehicle chargers. The airport made the announcement this week. The chargers will be installed, placed in parking lot B by the front terminal. It's scheduled to be completed by early next year. We're taking a live look now from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. Safe to say the temps have dropped quite a few degrees here in the Coachella Valley. Your full forecast with Kai Beach is next.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. NBC Palm Springs News. Even astronauts tune in for their
Welcome back. We're taking a live look from our Walter Clark High 111 camera in Rancho Mirage. If you're looking for a good time to take an evening stroll, now would be the perfect time to do so. A little late night walk while the temps have cooled down. Here's Kai Beach with your full forecast.
Well, I hope everyone's having a safe and a very nice long Labor Day weekend. When it comes to weather here in the valley, we're looking at 110 degrees for the high, normally 106, so we are above average, but we're not near that record high of 119 degrees. For today's high, Palm Desert saw 113, Thousand Palms 110, Joshua Tree 98, Banning 98, and Big Bear City, if you went to the mountains, we're just under 80 degrees. For tonight's lows, Big Bear City, that looks comfortable. That looks nice, 44 degrees. Here on the valley floor, not much relief overnight. Palm Springs, Palm Desert 83, up the hill, Joshua Tree 73. Now the weekend outlook, if you head to the beach like a lot of people are, Laguna Beach, Orange County, we're going to look at high 70s. San Diego, home of the San Diego Padres, we're looking at low 80s. And if you go up to the mountains, we're looking at Big Bear, we're looking at mid 70s. Morning walk forecast is going to be a nice one on Sunday. 6 o'clock in the morning, 85 degrees, 8 o'clock, low 90s. By 10 o'clock, we're over triple digits. And by noon, we're just under 110 degrees. Now tomorrow, if you want some relief, you can head to the coast. But if you do, be careful. There's going to be some big waves. We're looking at up to 7 feet on those sets. So if you don't know what you're doing, best to stay out of the water or keep it pretty shallow. Now, if you do get caught in a rip current, here's how to survive. Relax, stay calm, and float to conserve energy. Swim out of the current by following the shoreline. And if you can't reach shore, call or wave for help. Monday, hot and breezy. We do have a building high pressure system to the east of us near the Four Corners part of the southwest. That's really going to increase temperatures. Now, it's also going to increase humidity. Take a look at that 7-day comfort air forecast. Sunday, peak heat 112. Temperatures do start to drop. Humidity does start to rise. Overnight lows from mid-80s to high 70s.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. NBC Palm Springs News. Even astronauts tune in for their news fix. When it comes to top stories, we're on a whole new orbit.
NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos. We have your game.
Another Friday Night Lights is officially in the books. Our Tim O'Brien breaks down the highlights and scores from this past week.
Arguably, I thought the game of the week was in the East Valley and Thermal. It was Rancho Mirage against Coachella. The bugs, Brett, were just absolutely horrific tonight. You'll see here in a video coming up in just a moment from our photog Eddie shooting the game tonight. They were just everywhere in the lens and so on and so forth. That's Chase Miller, though, getting the party started for the Rattlers. He punches it in. He's filling in for Noah Hook, who's in the Desert Suns top 10, but he's doing quite the job. He fills in, and watch this defensive play, though, from Angel Diaz. Ball goes up and knocks it out by the pylon, saves a touchdown. Then on fourth down, here comes Javi Oliva. Boom! What a hit. That's a big boy hit.
Felt it here.
Yeah, that's a turnover on downs, and this was tight. This game was real good. That's Ivan Camargo now filling in for Aaron Ramirez after graduation, bouncing off several tackles. He ran about 80 yards on this drive, straight downhill, and then Ivan Garza keeps it, though. The quarterback gets the credit for the touchdown. Isn't that funny how that works?
Little Lamar Jackson sneak away.
It was 7-7 at half, but then it was just all Rancho Mirage in the second half. There's Julian Hernandez, the senior quarterback. He keeps it himself. He would score actually twice in the second half. Rattlers go on to win 30-7. They improved to 1-1. Coachella now 1-1. Their head coach, LD Matthews, one of the best in the business. We caught up with him after the win.
Well, I'm just really proud of our guys, coming off a tough loss last week to a very good physical team from San Diego, to come back here and play a high-octane offense as Coachella and to hold them to 7 points. Our offense is kind of starting to click a little bit. We still got to clean up some penalties that we're having and some just mental mistakes that are just killing drives. But I'll tell you what, winning's a lot better than losing, and these boys deserved it. They worked their tails off this week in practice. They went above and beyond, and so we're going to look at the film, get excited, and then we got to go back to work. We got to get better before DEL.
Yeah, winning's certainly a lot better than losing. The Rattlers will host Talkwitz next Friday night. So now they're 1-1 on the season. I still believe they're the team to beat in the DEL. But, Brett, this team last week, Palm Springs Indians, they had 5 or 6 touchdowns. The offense was scary. If the defense can just tighten up a little bit, I have them going maybe finishing second or third. All depends on what happens. But go ahead and take a look at this. That's Jordan Johnson. It's his 6th and then eventually his 7th touchdown of the season. His mom is Kelly Mack there. She sent the video. So shout out to her. Thank you for that. And then Bishop Miller to Cole Rapoa for the long gain, which would eventually set up the touchdown for the Indians. That would give them a 14-point lead. And then it's Ko Rapoa dishing it out to Jordan Johnson again. That would lead to a touchdown later that drive. Palm Springs goes on to win 28-21. They are now 2-0 for the first time since 2022. Head coach Darryl Gorey and company have the Indians on track. Whenever you compile these wins up before league play, certainly a good sign.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Movie news now. Here's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
Star Wars Starfighter starring Ryan Gosling has begun production, and Lucasfilm has revealed his supporting cast, including Matt Smith from Doctor Who and The Crown, Mia Goth from Suspiria and the X Trilogy, Aaron Pierre from Rebel Ridge and Mufasa the Lion King, and 6-time Oscar nominee Amy Adams. Star Wars Starfighter is due in theaters in May of 2027.
Welcome to the headquarters of the Human Resistance.
Where's my hair?
Your hair has been destroyed to prevent you from contacting your ship.
What ship?
Your mothership?
2 conspiracy theorists kidnap a high-powered CEO convinced she's an alien intent on destroying the planet in the new trailer for Begonia. Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons star in the dark sci-fi comedy from Yorgos Lanthimos, inspired by the South Korean film Save the Green Planet. Begonia opens in limited release October 24th and wide October 31st. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, this
Sunday marks the 28th anniversary of Princess Diana's death. 6 years earlier, in 1991, the princess left a time capsule in the walls of a hospital back in London. That hospital is now undergoing renovations, and workers have decided to tear down the wall where Diana placed the time capsule. So officials decided it was time to open it. Back then, 2 children who won a contest on a television show actually picked the items for the capsule. Some of the items included a solar-powered calculator, British coins, a sheet of recycled paper, and a European passport, as well as a pocket television. Some interesting items for sure. A picture of Diana was also in the capsule. The Times reports the box had suffered some water damage, but the items were mostly intact. How fascinating. I'm such a fan of hers. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. Have a great rest of your evening.